Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. If you watch my last video covering 103 credit cards that pull your TransUnion credit report, I truly appreciate that. And in today's video, we're covering 24 business credit cards that pull TransUnion only. This can potentially help you access well over $200,000 in available credit. And just like my other videos where we discuss credit pulls, I need everyone to keep in mind the credit bureau pulls are never 100% guaranteed. A bank, a credit union, they can change which bureau that gets pulled based on where you live, your overall credit profile, the relationship that you have with that lender, that specific credit card or the product that you're applying for, and the lender's internal underwriting policies at that moment. In fact, while doing research for this video, I found at least two banks that I was sure pulled TransUnion, and now they're both backed by FMBO, and that completely changed everything. Now they pull Experian. One's going to be a card with a bank called Flagship, and the other was an actual Verizon business credit card that used to be backed by Synchrony, but now is currently with FMBO. So while I'm sharing these data points, they're based on real world results, usually my own experiences. There can always be exceptions, and of course, things will always change. So I try to be as accurate as I possibly can, but again, there's no way to keep up with everything. So I also put together my free hard pull guide. I've been saying this in every video. If you have not downloaded that guide yet, then I highly recommend that you do. You can do that on www.successwithstevensmith.com. It is 100% completely free. You can edit it or do whatever you want with it. It just gives you a better idea of where credit pulls will come from, and that's going to be for Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So hopefully that guide can save you a lot of unnecessary inquiries and a lot of costly guesswork. There will also be a link in the description for all the credit cards that we're talking about today. And with all of that said, let's get right into the video. So currently we are on card.barclaycardus.com. Once again, link is down in the description. I'm not going to bore you guys with this. You've probably seen my full review on Barclays. Not to mention I talked about them in the last TransUnion video, but briefly, I'm just going to brush over their business credit cards. There is the GM Business MasterCard, there is the JetBlue Business Card, and there is the Wyndham Rewards Earner Card. I have a separate video on the Wyndham Earners, and again, I went into great detail in our Barclays credit card video. If you haven't seen that, then I highly recommend that you watch that. The main thing about these cards is that they are well known for pulling TransUnion, and they are business credit cards. I'll just leave it at that. If you want more specific details, you can watch my review on the Wyndham Rewards Earner Card. And if you want to see a review on the other two cards, let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to make that video for you. So this will wrap up our first three cards on this list. All right, the next bank on our list will be US Bank. Once again, we talked about them on our personal credit cards for TransUnion. So again, I won't get into great detail, but we have the US Bank Triple Cash Rewards Visa Business Card. You get 3% cash back on eligible purchases at gas and EV charging stations, 1% cash back on all other purchases. The best thing about this card, 0% APR that applies to purchases and balance transfers. After 12 months, it will adjust to the variable APR. So if you're doing any credit card stacking, anything like that, you definitely want to check this card out. Next, we have the US Bank Business Shield Card. I just did an entire video. I was approved for this card for $8,000. This also has 0% intro APR for 12 billing cycles, and after that, it goes back to the standard variable APR. You also get 5% cash back on prepaid hotels, car reservations, things that are booked directly in the travel center when using your card. Then our next card is the US Bank Business Altitude Power Visa Signature Card. You can earn 2x points on all purchases. There are no caps or limits on total rewards here. You also get 2.5x points earned up to $5,000 in combined mobile wallet and virtual card purchases each quarter. You also get 6x points on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the travel center when you use this card. This card does have a $195 annual fee, so that is something to keep in mind. Then we have the US Bank Business Altitude Connect Visa Signature Card. Now with this one, you get 5x points on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the travel center, 4x points on hotels including airfare, gas, EV charging stations. That's going to be up to $150,000 in combined annual spend, 2x points on dining, takeout, restaurants, and delivery, as well as cell phone providers, and 1x points for all other purchases. You also get a $25 statement credit after 3 consecutive monthly taxi or rideshare transactions. That's going to be paid with this card. This card also has no annual fee for the first year, then it's $95 thereafter. Last, we have the US Bank Business Leverage Visa Signature Card. With this card, you get 2x points in the top 2 categories where you spend most automatically, and then like the other ones, 5x points on prepaid hotels, car rentals, and other travel transactions booked to the travel center when you use this card, 1x points on everything else, and there is no annual fee on this card for the first year, $95 thereafter. Now, there is one more US Bank card that we never talk about, and that's going to be the US Bank Korean Air SkyPass card. This is a US Bank partner card, and it also has other various retailers, airlines, and other business offers that you can take a look at, and you can visit their partner websites. So, just because we never did this before, let's click on this one. And on this card, you can actually earn 2x on gas and dining. This is going to save 5% on Korean Air, and then you earn 2x miles on cell phone and office supplies. Now, if you were just looking for an additional business credit card to have that does pull from TransUnion, again, it is underwritten by US Bank, then maybe this Korean Air card might be one that you're interested in. Now, technically, I guess we have 25 cards on this list, but I wasn't going to count this one as I don't really see a lot of people using it, and it has an annual fee of $99. Not to mention there is no 0% APR. Really, if you're flying to Korea, that seems to be like the benefit of this card, or if you're traveling whatsoever, maybe you can get some benefit from it. Next on our list will be Bank of America. Now with Bank of America, they do have a few cards here. You can get the Business Advantage Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card. There is an online offer at the time of recording. You get $500 cash reward bonus. You can also earn 3% cash back in the category of your choice, 2% cash back on dining purchases for the first $50,000 in combined purchases, and you also get 1% cash back on everything else. You can also join the preferred rewards for business for no additional fee, and you can earn up to 5.25% cash back in the category of your choice, 3.5% cash back on dining purchases, and then unlimited 1.75% cash back on everything else. Now this card does have 0% APR, very short though, it's only for 7 months, and then after that it goes back to the standard variable APR rate. Then we have the Business Advantage Unlimited Cash Rewards Credit Card. There's also an online offer here for $500, and you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on this card, or you can earn unlimited 2.62% cash back if you join their preferred rewards program. This one also has 0% APR on purchases for the first 7 billing cycles. There is no annual fee on this card. Then we have the Business Advantage Travel Rewards Credit Card. There is an online offer for 50,000 bonus points. You can earn unlimited 1.5 points if you join preferred rewards. It can be unlimited 2.62 points for every dollar spent on everyday purchases. There's also a 0% APR promotion for 7 months on this card with no annual fee. We also have the Atmos Rewards Visa Signature Business Credit Card, and if you're unfamiliar, Hawaiian Airlines and Alaska Airlines combined, and now all of their points are now Atmos Rewards. So there is a limited time offer for 70,000 bonus points plus $99 companion fare. Now you can earn that 70,000 bonus points when you make $4,000 or more in combined purchases. You have to do that in the first 90 days of account opening, and then you can celebrate your account anniversary with a $99 companion fare plus taxes and fees from $23 every year that you spend at least $6,000 on purchases with your card. You get free check bag and preferred boarding with this card, and you earn 3 points for every $1 spent on eligible Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian airline purchases. You also earn 2 points for every $1 spent on eligible gas and EV charging stations, as well as shipping and local transit purchases, including rideshare. Then you earn 1 point for every dollar spent on all other purchases. Plus, you can earn a 10% reward bonus on all points earned on card purchases if your company has an eligible Bank of America small business account. Now, this card does have an annual fee of $70 for the company and $25 per card if you're interested in that. Then there is the Platinum Plus MasterCard Business Card. Now, this one has an online offer of $300. Now, this one has 0% APR for the first 7 billing cycles, and then it's the standard variable APR. Now, for this one, there's no annual fee, but other than just having the 0% APR, there are no rewards or anything else. I really don't know why you would want this card, honestly, except if you just wanted to have 7 months of 0% APR. Other than that, it really doesn't have anything. I would say this is a good card for like a sole proprietor, or if you're just trying to get your feet wet with Bank of America and maybe you don't have a business credit card or you don't have a relationship yet. You can try for this one, but it's very hard to get approved for most Bank of America credit cards if you don't have an account with them with some money in it. And that brings us to the Business Advantage Unlimited Cash Rewards MasterCard, the secure credit card. Now, you can open this with $1,000 and you can build up your credit history. Now, for most people, if you have a good credit score, but you don't have much money in your Bank of America account, you will almost always default to getting approved for this card. Then if you use this card for around, like I would say 6 months, then you might be able to get approved for an unsecured business credit card with Bank of America. You can earn 1.5% cash back, but for me personally, like, I don't really see the point in doing that. So just know that if you're applying for these cards, you have to be very strategic about how you're actually going to do this. If you guys would like an entire video on how to get approved for a Bank of America credit card or the business credit cards in general, then just let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to make that video for you. Next up, we have BMO Harris, and we're on BMO.com. They have 2 business credit cards that are pretty good, right? Now, you can apply for the BMO Business Platinum Rewards credit card. There is a welcome offer of up to 100,000 bonus points, and you can earn 5x points on eligible purchases. There's also 0% APR for 9 months. There is no annual fee, and the variable standard APR is fairly decent. Now, for this card, you do have to apply in branch. There was a time, I would say, a few months back where you could apply online, but no matter how many times I applied online and got a TransUnion pull, it always forced me to have to go in branch, saying that they couldn't identify me. Now, there is a BMO Harris that is in my city. I sometimes think about, actually doing that. I might actually do that later this week because I have some time. So maybe I will apply and see what I can get approved for, and then I'll update you guys with how that goes. Then there is the BMO Business Platinum Credit Card. Now, this one is 0% introductory APR for 12 months. There's also a rebate of up to 25% with MasterCard Easy Savings. There is no annual fee. The variable APR for the lowest one at the time of recording this video is fairly decent. It's 15.49% APR, but other than just having low APR, there really isn't any other benefits of this card. So this is probably the one that I would focus on if you're looking to have the longest amount of 0% APR for business funding or credit card stacking. Now, before we get into the last 2 banks, I just want to talk about Elan Financial Services. Some of you may be familiar, but they are a subsidiary of US Bank. They actually partner with over 1,300 financial institutions across the country. They offer both consumer and business credit cards. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with them. I tried to actually make a comprehensive list of all of their products, but after actually getting approved for a few of their cards, I realized they have a max exposure where, to be honest, if you had around 2 of their credit cards, you could probably hit that. So I don't think that you really need more than just the 2. So I just wanted you to, maybe get a little bit of information about them. I'm sure that, again, you've heard of them, but I may do a full video on Elan Financial if there's enough interest around that. Let me know in the comments below. Now, the first business credit card that we're going to be looking at is Spectra Credit Union. So let's take a look at the cards that they have to offer. And once again, they are backed by Elan Financial. So you're going to see that somewhere on the screen when we take a look at their credit cards. Like if we scroll down here at the bottom, here we go, Elan Financial Services and exactly what their programs are. Now, the thing about Elan Financial is that all their business credit cards will pretty much have the exact same program. All right. So if we take a look here, they have the business cash preferred card. On this card, you get 3% cash back on eligible gas and EV charging stations. That's going to be transactions of $200 or less, cell phone service providers, office supply stores, and dining, including takeout and food delivery services. You also get 1% cash back on all other purchases, and then 5% cash back on prepaid hotels and rentals directly in their travel center. Notice that part is very similar to US Bank, right? Then there is the 0% APR for the first 6 billing cycles. After that, it is the standard variable APR. Then we have the Business Zero card. Now with this one, you can save on interest with extended low introductory rate offers. That is the most important part about Elan Financial. They have some of the best and longest 0% APR offers. Now you get 5% cash back on prepaid and travel booked directly in the travel center. There's also cell phone protection. There's also an annual statement credit when you spend $5,000 in the travel center, but you get 0% APR for the first 18 billing cycles on this particular credit card. And that's really why people love Elan Financial. Now, if we scroll down here, there's the Smart Business Rewards card. You get 2x points per dollar spent on your top 2 spend categories each month automatically. There's also 1x points per dollar spent on all other eligible purchases. Then there's 20,000 bonus points, which is worth up to $200 when you spend $500 on the authorized officer's card within the first 90 days of account opening. So if you just spend $500, then you can get 20,000 bonus points, which is basically like you getting $200 back. Now, this card has no annual fee for the first 12 months. After that, it's $95 for account owners and $0 for authorized users. There's also an intro APR for purchases and balance transfers. If you actually want to see that, you have to click on Learn More. This is like a weird thing when it comes to some of their credit cards. But let's actually see here. Now, it doesn't say it, but let's go to see terms and conditions because it should let us know if it's 0% APR. See, it doesn't let us know that. It says right here, I guess the 18.24% to 25.24%. And then it can be as 30. That is crazy. So this card doesn't have 0% APR. Maybe it did, but they didn't update the website. I don't see it here, even though it says low APR. Sometimes for these Elan cards, you have to click on it so that way you can verify. But I don't really see any 0% APR offers for this card from what I can tell. Now, the last card that we're looking at here is the Business Real Rewards card. It has 1.5 points per dollar spent on all eligible purchases. There's also 2,500 bonus points that are worth up to $25 after your first purchase. 5.5x points on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the travel center when you use the card. There's also no cap on the rewards, but honestly, those rewards are so low, it doesn't even matter if there's no cap. There's no annual fee, and the 0% APR is for 6 months on this particular card. And last on our list, we have Journey Bank. Again, another Elan Financial backed institution. All right, and there is a link in the description that you can click on to get to Journey Bank's website, and then it will take you over to their partner page for these Elan Financial backed credit cards. Now, the first card, as you can see, it's very similar to what we just saw with Spectra. There is the Business Cash Preferred card, 3% cash back, same category, same exact bonuses, same exact cash back for prepaid hotels and rental cars. And then you get 0% APR for the 6 months. And just like the other one, Business Zero Plus card, 0% APR for 18 months on this card. And then there's the exact same thing. So that's the one giveaway about all the Elan cards. They'll give you the exact same offer, the exact same name. The only thing that will change is the institution that you're looking at. Then we have the Smart Business Rewards card. Again, no annual fee for the first 12 months, $95, same exact thing, nothing changes. Then we have the Business Real Rewards card. And once again, same exact thing, nothing changes. Probably give you like 15 of these Elan Financial banks, But because the credit cards are the exact same, and when you call their underwriting team, you're talking to the exact same people, there will be a max exposure. You can't get like $20,000 per each Elan Financial backed institution. It doesn't work that way. It would be amazing if it did. I would get their 18-month 0% APR credit cards for like 15 of these banks, and I wouldn't even talk about any of the other ones if it was possible to actually do this. So just keep in mind, there is a max exposure. You can't just stack these as much as you would like. I really wish that you could, but these are two really great options that you can take a look at. And then there is one other thing that I do want to note. Depending on the Elan Financial institution, like for Spectra, I don't believe you can apply online. I think you have to apply in a branch. For Journey, if we go to apply now, I believe you can still do all of it online. So let's just check that out. So yes, from what I could tell with Journey Bank, you can still do this online. So this will change with Elan Financial. You'll start seeing like institutions where you can apply for credit with them for a business credit card, and you can do it all online. And then there'll be other ones where you have to go in branch, in person. So just keep a lookout for that kind of thing. But it doesn't really matter which one you choose from. It could be this one. I did Associated Bank. It could be, what was it? Connexus. There's like a few of them. It doesn't really matter which two that you pick. You can start with any one of those, get approved, and like I said, try to get the max exposure from those two institutions. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about any of the cards that we covered today, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you're approved for any of these credit cards, let us know what your data points were. That way others in the comments can also take a look at it. Hopefully, if they have similar data points, they can see similar approvals to what you got. I would love to see that. It helps the community grow. It also keeps all this information up to date and relevant. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and you guys have a wonderful day.